Portmore Parish Ploy, Holness's historic move, or JLP political trick. Portmore, Jamaica's Sunshine City, is about to level up to become the island's 15th parish. But is this really a historic move to uplift the people, or just another political chess game from Andrew Holness and the JLP to lock down more power before the next election? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly why Portmore Parish status is stirring up heavy political drama between the JLP and the PMP, and whether the residents of Portmore are about to get sold a dream or a whole bag of political tricks. Hey patriotic internet friends and family, welcome back to the channel. In this video, the announcement, history in the making. Now, picture this. On February 11, the House of Representatives passed the legislation to officially crown Portmore as Jamaica's 15th parish. And just a few days ago, the Senate signed, sealed, and delivered the bill straight to Andrew Holness's desk like an Amazon Prime delivery. JLP government Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith led the charge, hyping it up as a historic move that will bring more resources, better governance, and greater independence to Portmore residents.
The history of creation, designation, formation, dissolution, and absorption of parishes and resulting redrawing of parish boundaries in Jamaica was a constant feature, but something in our history that has only ever been done by our former colonizers. This government has the strong belief and vision that the acts of the British up to 1867 will not be the sum total of parish development history of Jamaica land below. I would add that under colonial rule, very little thought, if any, was given to the well-being of the population, and in sharp contrast, our efforts to make Portmore Jamaica's 15th parish is a move that has the best interests of the people at heart.
But hold up, because not everybody buying that storyline. Opposition Senator Peter Bunting stepped into the ring like a man ready to brook fight, calling the whole move a blatant political ploy to carve up electoral boundaries and secure more votes for the JLP come election time.
This brazen, undemocratic, and dangerous piece of legislation that seeks to undermine Jamaica's hard-earned democratic traditions. Let me be unequivocal. This bill is not about progress. This bill is not about governance. This bill is not about the betterment of Portmore. This bill is a cynical political maneuver designed to subvert democracy and manipulate the electoral boundaries for partisan gain.
But why exactly is the PNP calling foul play? And who really stands to benefit from the new parish status? The political chess game, PNP versus JLP. So if you thought this was just about Portmore's development, think again. This is straight political warfare at its finest. Peter Bunting and opposition Senator Damian Crawford claim the JLP didn't do nearly enough consultation with the people of Portmore before pushing this bill through Parliament. According to them, this move will drastically shift electoral boundaries. The JLP is setting up Portmore as a garrison parish under Labour right control. And the whole thing is just a next level gerrymandering strategy to box out the PNP in future elections.
The JLP boundary reduced the number of kilometers of roads and by extension reduced the probability of funds coming to Portmore. So if Portmore under boundary A have 1 kilometer and the island have 10, Portmore will get less if under boundary B they had 2 kilometer and the island still have 10. Now unless we have plans to expand the island, because they might now go and capture all Haiti now to make them vote. If Haiti can vote for them win the election, they will do. Therefore, the boundary that the ECJ proposed, the boundary that the ECJ found to be reasonable in communication with both political parties, would have given Portmore more than the current boundaries that they are suggesting.
That's the real more for Portmore.
Meanwhile, Government Senator Marlon Morgan is out here defending the bill like a soldier on guard duty, saying Portmore residents have nothing to worry about and the parish status will only make their lives better.
No credible or compelling arguments can be conveyed or articulated as to how parish status will undermine, detract from, or in any way be deleterious or inimical to Portmore and its citizens. And so, Mr. President, the question is, what does Portmore stand to lose in becoming Jamaica's 15th parish? Indeed, what do the residents of Portmore stand to lose with Portmore becoming Jamaica's 15th parish? I think the answer to that is pellucid, quite clear.
But the million-dollar question is, if this move was really for the people, why is Andrew Holness trying so hard to convince Portmore residents after the bill already passed during his recent tour of the $4 billion Portmore Resilience Park project, which still not finished yet, by the way? Holness went on full damage control mode, promising that parish status will bring better infrastructure, more jobs, and greater investment opportunities. But where was all this energy before the bill passed? Could this be Andrew Holness using the Resilience Park as a distraction tactic while setting up a long-term political stronghold for the JLP? Keynote and pay attention to all of that.
There is no truth to that. This discussion started long ago. I am certain that there was consultations here, several, and I myself went on a campaign where I visited several churches, held several meetings and explained to persons, and when the first set of noise was raised, when we were having the local government elections, when we were ready to go, I deliberately delayed because I did not want to a parish to be in any way brought into a political challenge, and that is where we are now. So it doesn't really matter what we do. It is clear that the opposition will oppose it. We're putting in the park. I've just scored certain roadworks that are being done, capital works that will improve significantly the traffic flow in the community. But not just traffic, it will improve water, it will improve broadband, it will improve sewage. I saw recently Minister Tufton announcing that he's now ready to move on lands which we have declared for the hospital in Portmore, in Bernard Lodge, and there are other facilities in the works. The people of Portmore can rest assured that they will have all the facilities that are accustomed to a parish and even more. In life, there are two types: those that make things happen and those that prevent things from happening. Jamaica can see who are the people making things happen and who are the people who are either incapable or deliberately trying to prevent things from happening. This park is a perfect example. This park in which we are standing was proposed many years ago, including promises made by the now opposition that they would do it. They never did.
Andrew even highlighted the fact that the PMP were the ones who originally proposed them did I go make bill that the park there, where Andrew them a bill right now. So you realize Andrew them are capitalized on things where PMP mentioned in the past and them never do it. So you only ever get credit for mention the initiative, but the person who bring it to life and initiate the process and make it become tangible, bring it to fruition basically, them are gonna get the real credit.
I feel very privileged to not only be able to break ground, but to witness works up to about 50% completion. We are expecting that by September of this year, we should be able to complete the project. It is going to be the pride of parks in the island. The truth is that we have had Emancipation Park, we built the Harmony Park, and now we're building the Resilience Park. These parks are all named for important values of our country, harmony and resilience. The commitment we make is that all parishes in Jamaica will have a parish park. So Portmore, which will become the newest parish for Jamaica, this will be its parish park.
The verdict: parish progress or political ploy. When the final votes went down in the Senate, the bill passed with 10 ayes from the JLP side and 4 nays from the PNP, but with 4 senators mysteriously absent during the vote, something smelled fishy in the Sunshine City. The truth is, whether you think this is a historic move or a political trick, Portmore's parish status is a power move by the JLP heading into the next general election. But the real question is, will Portmore residents really benefit from this upgrade? Or will they just end up as pawns in Holness's political chess game? Here's a summary of the highlights and the key points. February 11, bill passed in the House of Representatives along party lines. Senate approved the bill after marathon sitting. JLP parish status equal better lives for Portmore residents. PNP parish status equal gerrymandering plus political ploy. $4 billion Portmore Resilient Park project still under construction. Final Senate vote: 10 ayes JLP, 4 nays PNP, 4 absent. What do you think? Is Portmore's new parish status really a blessing for the people, or just another political gimmick from Andrew Holness and the JLP? Drop your comments below, because this story still developing. And if you want to stay locked in on all the latest Jamaican political drama, make sure to like, share and subscribe, because over here we no pick side, we just deal with the truth. When it comes to Mark Golding and the PNP, Andrew Holness is a master political tactician when it comes to employing political strategies. You don't have to give it to Andrew. This man know exactly what he do, when he make certain move, when he make certain political steps against his opposition. This man is very surgically strategic. That's just my opinion. My assessment of how me see Andrew Holness move and how he handle Mark Golding and the PNP, he constantly outplay them. This man turned Portmore in a parish without no hospital, no courthouse, no cemetery, no marketplace, etc., etc. Let me refresh a lot of Jamaicans' memory. To be fair to the Jamaica Labour Party, turning Portmore into Jamaica's 15th parish is the initiative and the idea of Bruce Golding from way back in their manifesto in 2007. Fast forward to 2020, JLP revived the plan to turn Portmore into Jamaica's 15th parish. In 2020, the PNP said no, the PNP was not for it. So the JLP turning Portmore into Jamaica's 15th parish is not something where they just pull out a thin air. It's been in the 2007 manifesto. Andrew Holness keep making calculated tactical moves against the PNP. I wonder if Andrew play chess in a real life. Correct me if I'm wrong, or correct me in the comment section. Remember, say Portia defeated Andrew Holness in 2011 general election, After Andrew Holness just come into the job for only 2 months, Andrew was Prime Minister for. the shortest serving prime minister. Because remember, Bruce Golding had to step down. Then Andrew and the JLP now turning Portmore in a parish is the fault of the PNP, because them could have turned Portmore into a parish from 2012 to 2016. So the PNP had the chance to actually do it before the Labour right, even though it is a Labour right initiative or a Labour right idea. See, Andrew make the Portmore Resilience Park, where the PNP said them did go make as well, and them still never make the park. See, Andrew can't do it. Andrew do a lot of visible and tangible things. So when you're in an opposition, you can't come chat no garbage. So now Andrew have Mark Golding and the PNP as just a reactive opposition. Them just oppose for the sake of opposing. Because if the PNP did turn Portmore in a parish, then this would not be happening now. Whenever you get with me myself. You see, when PG stepped down, it created a power vacuum within the PNP. Now everybody start fight and broke their neck for who feel like they were entitled to become party leader. And it so happened that Portia Simpson was the most likable candidate and loved amongst all Jamaican, both PNP and Labour right. We love Portia Simpson Miller as Jamaicans. So Portia favorability and likability ratings were through the roof. So it was a no-brainer to make Portia Simpson Miller become the next PNP president and party leader. And remember, Portia beat Andrew Holness in her first and his first general election. But when Portia Simpson was elected by some PNP party members, she never had the full support of many people in the PNP either, like Peter Phillips, who spent the entire term of Portia Simpson Miller undermining and sabotaging Portia Simpson Miller from behind the scenes. Because him feel like say, him should I get you over Portia. Not understanding say, everybody love Portia more than how they love you. So the time where the PNP did spend fear fight against Portia behind the scenes, they should have put their petty political differences aside, rally around Portia and come up with the best plans and strategies, the best transformational policies for Jamaica, and turn Portmore in a parish from then. But instead they spend their entire time a fight against Portia Simpson Miller. And when she stepped down, uno know say obviously it couldn't be no one else to become PNP president and party leader except Peter Phillips. So in bully in way and fighting way to become party leader. So the infighting from as far back as Portia Simpson Miller still exists up to now, because Philip went up against Holness and lost miserably. Landslide election, the JLP win by, Andrew win by. So him a kill up himself to be party leader. Him not have no transformational policies. He's not as charismatic or enigmatic as Andrew Holness. He doesn't have the favorability and the likability approval ratings like Andrew Holness. Hence Peter Phillips lost miserably, embarrassingly. And then they say, well, Peter, you have to step aside because you never good enough. Mark Golding, I don't know who threw a him hat in the ring. And when Mark Golding name get called to become party leader, it was the same fighting and squabbling. The party has been divided for the longest while. They still no reconcile and come together as one cohesive unit with one mission, one mindset. Cause for whatever reason, I don't know why Peter Phillips feel like say Michael Phillips should become PNP president and party leader without the unanimous support of the PNP party. That never did all happen. You feel so entitled as a PNP stalwart and old guard that you feel like say, I done so my son must become party leader after me. I know so it work. So because the PNP is so divided amongst themselves and the JLP is very much aware of everything will happen within the PNP, because people in the PNP are feedback information to Andrew Holness and the Labour right. You get what me I say? That's how politics work. There is no secret within political parties where the other one them no know exactly say a disagree in a for them party. It might be secret to the wider Jamaicans, but not to them. So at the same thing happened to Mark Golding, because Mark Golding them bully them we and fight themselves to the top, fight out Peter Phillips. So when you have a party like that, where everybody in the party is just thirsty and desperate for political power, how on earth are you going to win a general election? Because you now work together, you now come together to come up with life-changing, transformational policies where Jamaican people are going to say, yes, that is futuristic. That is the way forward. That is the way where we want the country to go inner. That is the biggest downfall of the PNP based on my own assessment. This is my opinion. You can disagree if you want. Put it in a comment section. So now you have a man like Andrew Holness around circles around Mark Golding and the PNP. This man is just comfortable. Knowing say, well, third term unlock, third term loading. So this is just my unbiased view. As me say, I am not pro PNP nor am I anti PNP. I'm not pro JLP nor am I anti JLP. This is not a political channel. We just cover political topics over here, so because we are Jamaican and everybody talk about politics. I have no political agenda. I have no political favorites. See you in the next one. One love, Jamaica.